Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel, your go-to lecture for all things sleep. Tonight, we're venturing into the dark and often unsettling world of nightmares. Have you ever woken up in a cold sweat, your heart pounding, with the terrifying images of a bad dream still fresh in your mind? If so, you're definitely not alone. Nightmares are a universal human experience, but that doesn't make them any less frightening. So, what exactly are nightmares? Why do we have them? And most importantly, can we do anything to stop them? Stick around, because we're about to demystify these nightly terrors. First, let's define what a nightmare is. It's not just any bad dream. A nightmare is a particularly vivid and disturbing dream that often results in you waking up abruptly. These dreams are typically filled with feelings of fear, anxiety, or sadness. They most often occur during the REM, or rapid eye movement, stage of sleep. This is the deepest stage of sleep, where our brains are most active, and it's when most of our vivid dreaming happens. The content of nightmares can vary wildly, from being chased to falling, to facing a threat, or even replaying a traumatic event. The common thread is the intense negative emotion that jerks you awake and can make it difficult to fall back asleep. So what causes these terrifying nocturnal adventures? Well, the reasons are as complex as our own minds. Stress and anxiety are major culprits. When you're worried about work, relationships, or finances during the day, your brain doesn't just switch off at night. It continues to process these emotions, and sometimes they manifest as nightmares. It's like your brain is trying to work through your daytime anxieties in a highly symbolic and unfortunately frightening way. Think of it as your mind's own private horror movie, scripted by your daily worries. Another significant trigger is trauma. People who have experienced traumatic events, such as accidents, abuse, or combat, are much more likely to suffer from recurrent nightmares. This is a key symptom of post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. In these cases, the nightmares are often a direct replay or a symbolic representation of the traumatic event. It's the brain's way of trying to process and make sense of something overwhelming, but it gets stuck in a loop, replaying the terror over and over again. If you suspect your nightmares are linked to trauma, it is so important to reach out to a mental health professional. They can provide specialized therapies that are incredibly effective. Our lifestyle choices also play a surprisingly large role. Have you ever had a strange dream after a late night spicy meal? Certain foods, especially when eaten close to bedtime, can boost your metabolism and increase brain activity, leading to more vivid dreams and potentially nightmares. Alcohol and certain medications can also disrupt your sleep architecture. While a glass of wine might seem like it helps you fall asleep, it actually suppresses REM sleep early in the night. As the alcohol wears off, your body experiences what's called REM rebound, a period of more intense and often chaotic REM sleep, which is prime time for nightmares to strike. Even just being sick with a fever can bring on a wave of bizarre and scary dreams. When your body temperature is high, it can interfere with your brain's normal functioning, leading to what's often called a fever dream. And of course, other sleep disorders, like sleep apnea, can be a hidden cause. With sleep apnea, you stop breathing periodically throughout the night. This deprivation of oxygen can trigger a panic response in your brain, leading to nightmares of suffocating or drowning. So if you snore loudly and frequently wake up gasping, it might be worth getting checked out. Now for the question on everyone's mind, how can we stop them? The good news is, for most people, occasional nightmares are nothing to worry about. But if they're frequent and causing you distress or disrupting your sleep, there are steps you can take. It all starts with good sleep hygiene. This is the foundation of healthy sleep. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. This signals to your brain that it's time to wind down. Put away your phone, turn off the TV, and try reading a book, taking a warm bath, or listening to calm music. Your bedroom environment is also key. It should be a sanctuary for sleep. Keep it cool, dark, and quiet. Consider blackout curtains, a white noise machine, or earplugs if you're sensitive to light or sound. And as we mentioned, watch what you eat and drink before bed. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine and alcohol in the hours leading up to sleep. Instead, a light, healthy snack like a banana or some almonds might be a better choice. Regular exercise is also fantastic for reducing stress and improving sleep quality, but try to avoid intense workouts right before bed, as that can be too stimulating. If stress and anxiety are your primary triggers, finding healthy ways to manage them during the day is crucial. Practices like meditation, deep breathing exercises, and yoga can be incredibly effective. Even just 10 minutes of mindfulness a day can make a big difference. Journaling is another powerful tool. Before you go to sleep, take a few minutes to write down your worries. This simple act of getting your thoughts out of your head and onto paper can prevent them from chasing you in your dreams. It's like you're emptying your mental trash can before bed. For those with persistent, recurring nightmares, there's a specific therapy that has shown great success. It's called Imagery Rehearsal Therapy, or IRT. It's a cognitive behavioral technique where you actively rewrite the script of your nightmare. Here's how it works. During the day, you write down the details of your recurring nightmare. Then, you consciously change the narrative. You can change the ending, give yourself a superpower, or introduce a helpful character. You create a new, positive, or at least neutral outcome. You then rehearse this new version of the dream in your mind for 10-20 minutes each day. The goal is to train your brain to default to this new, less frightening script when the dream begins at night. It's a way of taking control back from your nightmares. It's also important to remember that nightmares, in a way, can sometimes be helpful. They can be a signal from our subconscious, pointing to unresolved issues or fears that we need to address in our waking lives. If you have a recurring dream about being unprepared for an exam, it might be your brain's way of telling you that you're feeling insecure or judged in some area of your life. By paying attention to the themes and emotions in your nightmares, you might gain valuable insight into your own mental and emotional state. Think of them not just as monsters, but as messengers. In summary, nightmares are a common, albeit unpleasant, part of the human experience. They're often triggered by stress, trauma, lifestyle factors, or other underlying health issues. The key to managing them lies in building a foundation of good sleep hygiene, managing daytime stress, and in some cases, seeking professional help and therapies like IRT. Remember to be kind to yourself after a bad dream. It's okay to feel shaken. Get up, have a glass of water, read a few pages of a boring book, and remind yourself that it was just a dream and you are safe. Never underestimate the power of a calm, consistent routine in keeping the nightly monsters at bay. Thank you so much for joining our sleep lecture tonight. I hope this discussion has shed some light on the shadowy world of nightmares and given you some practical tools to sleep more peacefully. If you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the science of sleep. Sweet dreams and sleep well.